Hey, that is the subject of the day. Pin comment. Okay, so I am not necessarily a super expert at this subject, but I'm going to do my best to speak from my own personal experiences anyway. So, we're not necessarily talking about specifically like couples. It's just the overall scope of dating while in the industry. So, first of all, being in the industry is a full-time job. It's a lot of work. A lot of things go into it. It's very time consuming. You have to sacrifice a lot, not just like monetary stuff, but like a lot of your time, like you would any other career. So with that being said, like when you are considering dating, and I'm not talking about like casual dating, like hooking up and stuff like that. I mean like actually seeking out a partner and stuff like that. A lot goes into it. And you have to responsibly weigh if it's something that you can realistically do. So let's say in this scenario, you want to do it. You want to give it a try. And let's just assume that you're a full-time um, SW. So you want to date. So if you are going to do it, you have to be honest for one about what it is that you do. Um, that you are an SW, and if you just do solo stuff, cool. If you collaborate with other people, aka you have sex with other people for content, that's not easy for a lot of people, especially a civilian. If you're dating a civilian, and a civilian is someone that isn't an SW. They live a more vanilla life. What's up, people on Instagram? Just a reminder, I'm on YouTube Live here. I'm on Instagram Live here at the same time. But we are discussing dating in the industry. Um, so yeah, you got to be honest about what it is that you do when it comes to being an SW. And, that's if you're dating someone vanilla. You have to know, you can't look at the situation with like rose colored glasses where it's just like, I'm so infatuated that I'm ignoring obvious red flags. And these aren't like character red flags. They're just like traditional SW red flags of like, can this civilian handle what I do? Is this a fetish thing for them? Are they turned on by it? And how long will that last? Like you really have to look at things from. I keep doing the chop thing. Sorry, you really have to look at it from the perspective of like, is this something that's going to work, or is this just something for fun now? Because for a lot of civilians, it's something that's for fun now. You got to watch out for those people that like try to come into your life, acting like they love what you do, they support what you do, and you won't have to change what you do for them. But as soon as you get comfortable, or as soon as they get comfortable in the relationship with you, then they want to start imposing their will. That starts fucking with you professionally. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, you got to run through everybody that you want to work with through them. That's step one. Step two, next thing you know, they just don't want you to work with no dudes at all. Only them, just me. If you want dick on camera, it has to be me. And next thing you know, you're completely a solo act. And you got to watch out for stuff like that because, for one, the relationship typically a lot of times won't last. And mind you, I'm speaking from the perspective of if the partner is making you or influencing you to make these decisions. If you 100% genuinely are making these decisions of your own free will, that's different. That's completely your choice. Your partner supports you regardless. But I'm speaking about the people that come into the picture and try to change you and mold you to their liking, aka try to pretty much take you out of SW. So watch out for that. If it's of your own free will, then do your thing. But if it's people trying to influence you to do something and fuck your bag up, let's call it for what it is, watch out for them. Um, but let's say another scenario, another civilian scenario. And I'm going to speak from the perspective of female talent. Did you go to film school? No, I'm self taught entirely. Um, from a female, I don't want to keep saying SW, let's say a content creator, a female content creator dates a vanilla dude. And a lot of times you don't really get this a lot when it comes to the other side, like a male creator dating a female, no, civilian. You get this a lot when it comes to female creators dating male civilians who have corn aspirations, if you know what I mean. The people that come in like, oh, I'm going to make content with her. She's established, but like real talk, I'm pretty much just using her to build my brand. You definitely got to watch out for what I call the up and coming male talent. You got to watch out for them because it's like this is a very disingenuous union, especially if you were working with other people. And again, they influence you to stop working with other people as much and only work with them. But they like to do it in a different way. It's not like, I like how y'all are trying to like pretty much link me with girls while I'm doing this live. Cotton Candid. I don't know who that is. I know Cotton Candy. She's a hottie. Tell her I said hi. And a legend. Respect to her. But like a lot of times when it comes to like the upcoming male talent, getting you to like not work with other guys no more, a lot of times it's not direct. A lot of times it's more passive aggressive and mental manipulation, gaslighting, a bunch of stuff like that, where they start trying to like pretty much like they won't straight up Finny good with Coco Bunny. I've talked with her before. They'll come into the picture and they won't directly tell you not to work with somebody. They'll just give you little bitchy little attitude when you mention certain people that kind of like makes you not want to work with that person because you don't want to hurt your partner, if that makes sense. Who did what? Do you want to add? Why are you asking me this stuff now? Leave me alone. Okay. Sorry about that. But like, yeah, it's pretty passive aggressive. But like, say for instance, you're like, oh, I'm about to go shoot with Finny tomorrow. Oh, okay. Well, why'd you say it like that? No, nothing. It's whatever. Just go do you. And instinctively she's gonna be like, well, no, wait, what does it make you feel some type of way? And then next thing you know, that's just a start. It starts with Finny. Then next it's pretty much every other male talent that you want to work with. And you start to feel guilty and you don't want to shoot with guys no more. But God forbid the relationship goes to shit and they're gone. Next you're back at square one. You're like, all right, damn, I stopped working with everybody. I pretty much was only working with this aspiring male talent. That shit went nowhere. And now I'm asked out. I lost all of my connects and I don't know what to do. All right, well, let's look at it from the perspective of, and this is the one that I have actual experience with, dating in the industry. So personally for myself today, I don't want to date. Like, I don't want to like actually have a relationship because I feel as if I'm too entwined into my career and whoever I date will beyond my control kind of come in second. And I don't never want to date and put somebody in second place and make them feel like they're second to my career. If I'm knowledgeable that that's inevitable, I'm not going to put them in that situation. I'm like, we're just not going to do that. But I have dated before so that, I pretty much had the experience now to why I made the decision that I did from past experiences. So I was in a relationship for, technically it was 6 months we were official. It was a year that we were kind of like fucking around, but 6 months in we actually decided to become a couple. How do things work in a corn couple? Because both of us worked with other people. So for one, for that to work, you have to be secure. No questions asked. You can't have insecurities when it comes to your partner pretty much professionally hooking up with someone else. If you do, don't even put yourself in the situation. We didn't have that problem. So, check that box. You need to be supportive when it comes to their professional stuff. But when I say supportive, I don't mean like trying to make professional decisions for them. Respect the fact that they're their own boss. That's their own brand. If y'all happen to work together, awesome. But at the end of the day, that brand was there before you were. So don't come into the picture trying to like pretty much be her boss all of a sudden. But if you can help out where you can, definitely do it. I definitely enjoyed helping my partner with editing, filming. If I saw somebody that potentially she might have wanted to work with, I was like, hey, here's this person. You think you would want to work with them? Bet. And if they do, let them do their thing. And then at the same time, if they want me to reach out to them too, I always felt comfortable enough to do that. And of course, I'm about to talk the best shit about my partner. Man, come work with her. She's the shit. So like on the professional side of things, it was awesome. A lot of times, I had to do this a couple of times, but not a lot. Because my ex had a bad experience with a male talent early into our relationship. So for a while, she didn't necessarily feel comfortable going alone and working with guys. So she wanted me to go with her. And I know a lot of times that's complicated with the male talent that's going to be there. Some of them are cool with it. Some of them are weird about it. But I wasn't pulling up just pretty much sitting there or like being a chaperone or anything. I made myself useful. I was pretty much working camera because I know how to do that. But a lot of times now, I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking for pretty much other creators. A lot of times some talent do that. Like I've done, like I think all of my shoots last week here, they came with their spouses and they were also creators, but they had nothing to do with our scenes. And a lot goes into that because it's like, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm an SW, but I'm still human. And it's like, holy shit, I'm fucking this wife in front of the husband. Yo, man, you get used to it after a while. But, you know, it's a lot that goes into that psychologically. And I still want to be able to give the best performances and stuff. So I got to get out of my head when it comes to that stuff. But it was awesome being able to see all of these couples come together and support their partners. And they're that strong. They're that secure. They can be here knowing that what their partner is doing and still wholeheartedly support them, have a good vibe, all of that stuff. And I made sure that I tried to do that as well in my relationship. So again, yeah, I made myself useful. I would like help film and stuff like that. And again, I will always make sure that I was a good vibe. A lot of times you may enter a situation where the vibe ain't nice. Like a guy pulls up on set and kind of fucks the vibe up. You can kind of tell they don't want to be there. It's like, ah, shit. And honestly, I mean, there's not really any advice I can give for that. It's just, he said, but yo, I got a question, bro. When you're done telling a story. Oh, feel free to ask whenever you want. If I see a question pop up, I'll answer it. Oops, sorry, I dropped the phone. As long as it's a legit question, not no bullshit. But I'm rambling. So again, from my perspective, the pros and cons of dating in the industry. It's awesome to have that partner that supports you. That's definitely a pro. And you're supporting them as well. You're motivating them. There's that good level of romance that is exclusive to them. And then there's also that good level of like camaraderie and friendship. That's awesome, especially both of you being in the industry. Hey, Miss Hayes. It's your girl, P. Yeah, feel free to ask your question whenever you want, buddy. I'll answer. Again, as long as there ain't no wild shit. But let me see. Again, sorry, I've been single for a while, so I need to dig back into the archives. Pros of dating in the industry. Oh, come on, man. I don't like questions like that. I don't like when you pit women against each other. I would shoot with them both again. They're both awesome. But I don't pit people against each other. I don't like to do that. But let me see. So yeah, you definitely need to be secure if you're dating someone in the industry. They're gonna hook up with other people. It need to not be weird for you professionally. If they're hooking up with people off camera, y'all got problems. Y'all got to discuss. But like just professionally on camera, if you can't handle it, don't do it. So in my relationship, we were good on that part. Communication is very important when it comes to stuff like that. You don't necessarily need to run stuff by them like you're seeking permission, that's when you start to, shit starts to get a little complicated. But you still need to be a little bit more open when it comes to, the things that you're doing if you're choosing to be in a relationship in the industry on both ends. But also like when they're gone and they're off doing their thing, having that trust. Like I don't need, like, if my partner goes to collab with someone, I don't need to have a discussion of how it went afterwards unless they want to have that discussion, because you need to trust your partner that they're going there, they're doing their thing, they're being professional. And of course, if they want to talk to you about it, let's go. Let's discuss it. How'd it go? Especially if it was like a bad experience, and definitely be there for them. Um, okay, I'm talking about a lot of pros, cons. So the main con, and again, which is the reason why I kind of like choose not to be in a relationship today, um, is having the time for an actual prosperous, successful relationship. Because yeah, you both may be SWs, you both are creators, but it's still a relationship. Y'all got to make, and not just digital, like in person time with each other. So do you have that time? Is the question. Like I know you got your professional stuff going on, but are you also making time for your partner as well, and making them feel special? Because that's a very important thing when it comes to dating in the industry. You're hooking up with other people for content, for industries and stuff like that. So with that being said, what are you doing different for your actual partner? You can't just give them on camera peen, the usual peen that you're giving on camera and stuff. That's just not going to make them feel unique and special like they're your partner. They're just going to feel like your co-star. So a lot, as I know that's kind of vague, but a lot goes into that. Um, so let me think. Another con. I didn't have too many like professional issues when it came to my partner in the past, my previous relationship. My partner was very supportive, and awesome. I have nothing bad to say about that. But I guess I'm just trying to think of like general um, cons when it comes to dating in the industry, other than are you able to do it? Um, oh, okay. So one big thing for sure, and this again isn't my experience, it's just like public experiences. If you become a public corn couple, um, I wouldn't personally recommend it. But if you decide to anyway, there's a lot of pressure that goes into that, because now it's official in the industry that these two are together, and a lot of the stuff that you go through now starts to become public. Like you now have a third partner, and it's the public. Like I've witnessed things with and I'm not gonna name drop them, just like I've witnessed things from like corn couples to where like they're all over each other on like social media, and that's adorable and that's awesome, especially if the relationship is solid. But then a lot of times like your drama starts to get aired out publicly, and everybody's all up in your business now, pretty much all up in your relationship like a TV show. And God forbid y'all break up. Now it's a custody battle with the public. It's like, whose side do we pick? Do we go on this side with her? Do we go on this side with him? Do we go on that side with them? I don't know. Like there's a lot that goes into it. I wouldn't technically recommend it. Are you hiring any male models, bro? No. I don't. What am I gonna do with male model? Do you not know who I am and what I do? What male model do you see over here other than myself? Actually, BBW Sophia Rose is okay. She didn't use Instagram now these days, or is she okay? Please, she's fine. Her account got deleted. Um, Recent, we're following each other. That's the homie. Love Sophia Rose. Her account just got deleted. I don't know if she made another one yet, or if she's trying to get her account back. But feel free, any of you, to chime in on this subject. By the way, I'm just kind of again speaking from personal experience. Was Shauna IR best actress you work with? I don't, bro. Okay, look, I work with too many people to ever play favorites or try to be like, oh, I love this person more than this person, which I don't, anyways. I love everybody that I've had the opportunity to work with. I don't like to do a whole, oh, I like this person better than this person and stuff, or this person is the best and stuff like that. I love Shauna. We're talking about Shauna LV. I love Shauna LV. She's amazing. We've collabed multiple times, I think, within a span of 2 years. Pale recently, like 2 weeks ago. Love her to death. Infinity, speaking of someone I've collabed with recently, I had the luxury of working with Infinity ATL a couple of weeks ago as well. And that scene is fire. And it is on my list of scenes that I am dropping in August. July is already queued up, but August, that scene is dropping for me. But I believe it's already available on Infinity's end. So if you would like to see your boy, the Frisky Fox, Finney's Playhouse, make sweet love to this busty goddess. Fuck, she's so hot. Make sure you check out Infinity ATL. Let me pin her, actually, right here. She's the one that left that comment. So make sure all of y'all follow and support her. You won't be sorry. She is gorgeous. I definitely want to collab with her again. I didn't even know she was going to be at that event I went to. I was like, oh shit, it's going. But back to the subject at hand. So overall, I don't want to ramble. I feel like I've pretty much hit all of the points. If you feel like there's something I need to add, definitely let me know before I close this. But of course, you can always leave comments and I'll go back. I'm talking to the YouTube people. You can always leave comments and I'll go back and look at things. But okay, pretty much just a big summary. Dating in the industry, when it comes to civilians, be careful and make sure that the civilians genuinely support what you do. They're not trying to impose their will on your career. They're letting you do what you do and they're like an actual partner. If you're dating an up and coming male talent, and I'm not saying just don't do it. Yes, I am. But if you just happen to do it anyways, just be conscious of the situation that you're in and please don't let them use you. Please don't let them use you. I've had some amazing associates in this industry get into relationships with up and coming male talents and they pretty much used them as a fucking stepping stool and took away from their own career and stuff like that. Like genuinely seen that happen from my own perspective. Not just, oh, I'm told this. No. I seen that shit. Bria Monet. Is Bria a BP? I wouldn't count Bria as a BBW. She's curvy and just massive fucking tits, but she's gorgeous. Thank you for that. I watch your vids and get inspired, bro. I'm glad that my videos and my content have a positive impact on your life. That's beautiful. So yeah, just be aware when you're dating up and coming male talent. So dating in the industry, communication is number one. If you're making the decision to date in this industry and you're dating somebody else in this industry, communication is very important. And still be cautious of everything else. Make sure you're not putting yourself in a position where you become pretty much slave to that person. Unless you're into that sub shit, do your thing. But like not letting your partner impose their will on your career, supporting you, but not letting them impose your will on your career and fucking up your bag. If you decide to go a certain route professionally, let it be your own decision. It's you. That's your choice. That's what you want to do. It wasn't because anyone peer pressured you into doing some shit you don't want to do. But again, the most important thing is communication and those things for it to work. And to the best of your ability, avoid becoming a public couple because you don't need all of us in your business. Because if you give us your business, you know how this shit is for us. Y'all, a lot of y'all drama, your soap opera relationship drama be just that for us. It's entertainment. We be sitting there giving y'all bad advice, eating fucking popcorn and stuff. So not me. I try to mind my business, but I'm just speaking in general of like, if you're a public corn couple and you on Twitter, yeah, airing all your dirty laundry and shit over there and trying to keep the public intertwined in y'all relationship. Some things just keep to y'all. Y'all don't need the public too much in y'all actual relationship and stuff. But even though it's unrelated to this subject, I'm still putting the mental health services down below. The two that I've worked with, Brightside, that website, and the brand that I'm an ambassador for, Pineapple Support. Their social medias are below in the bio. Make sure you check them out for all mental health services. They are amazing. Pineapple Support is SW friendly. and Brightside. They also do like digital mental health services, talking to a therapist. They also prescribe things if need be at a reasonable price. It's awesome. I guess I'm gonna close. If anybody speaking on the YouTube side, anybody would like to leave a comment that you want me to give feedback on, leave that and I'll give you feedback. I will respond for sure. And I'll be back next week. I promise next week I will actually provide what the topic is going to be, not same day. I'm sorry. It's been a busy ass week for me. Um, what's next week? The 2nd. Yeah. So I will be here same time next week. I will let you know by like Wednesday this time what the topic is going to be, and we'll go from there. But thank you for everybody that's tuned in on both Instagram and YouTube. Um, what's the guy's name? Was it Ronan? Shouts out to you. Thank you for being so active. Jaspreet Singh. I'm sorry if I butchered that. The gorgeous Infinity ATL. Can't wait to see you again in the future. And of course, your girl Paisley Hayes, always coming through and supporting and showing love. Make sure y'all follow Paisley Hayes on YouTube ASAP. Y'all people over here on Instagram, go to YouTube and make sure you follow Paisley Hayes. And if you are here on YouTube, just click her name and follow. She's amazing. She's a lot more active than I am. And she actually goes live and gives a lot more SW friendly advice and consultations and stuff like that. You can get lucky and just kind of tune in on YouTube for the consultations. But if you want something direct, you can also talk to her and set that up. It's amazing. And she will set you on the right course. All right. And on that note, I'm going to go. I will see y'all again next Sunday, same time, same place. Love y'all. Have a beautiful day. Hello, Instagram people.